Hello children, I hope you are all happy and safe. Welcome to this special English hour. Here, every day, we will learn something new in a fun and interesting way. We will sing, dance, listen to stories and have lots of fun together. Are you ready to have fun? Then come, join me in a dance. बच्चों, टीवी के नजदीक आ जाइए और मेरे साथ एक डांस में जुड़ जाइए।
Paper boat, sail away. Whoosh, a little here, whoosh, a little there. Pitter patter, here it comes. Everywhere we go, let's chop, chop, chop. Little red umbrella, don't fly away. Whoosh, no, no. Whoosh, no, no. Pitter patter, here it comes. Everywhere we go, let's chop, chop, chop. Pretty little rainbow, will you dance with me? Whoosh, a spin. Whoosh, a twirl. Pitter patter, here it comes. Everywhere we go, let's chop, chop, chop.
Can any of you do without speaking even for a day? क्या आप में से कोई भी बिना एक भी दिन बोले दिन बिता सकते हैं? I am sure you find it impossible. We all love talking, don't we? But even when we don't have a language, we can express our feelings, right? For example, when I make a face like this, you know I am happy. And when I make a face like this, you know I am upset, right? So even when we don't have a language, we find a way to communicate, to share what we feel. Languages are very important. Have you heard animals and birds around you? They too find it very important to have a language. जानवरों के लिए भी भाषा होना बहुत जरूरी है because that's how they express themselves. Have you seen a dog wagging his tail? Have you heard the dog barking? Have you heard a cow mooing? Have you heard the birds chirping? All animals and birds have a language that they understand. Would you like to understand their language? Then come, let's learn the animal language with Dr. Dolittle. Children, we will learn some new words today. Okay, I will give you a few words. Please note them down in your notebook. Try looking for these words in the lesson that we will be reading today. Okay? Alright. The first word is gracious. 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 The second word is crumbs. 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 The third word is porridge. 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 The fourth word is language. 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 The fifth word is scratch. 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 Children, these words we will be seeing in the lesson as we read. Try to guess their meaning. Okay? So, what were the new words we listed today? Gracious, crumbs, porridge, scratch and language. Okay? Children, now that we have spoken so much about animals and how animals talk, let's read a lovely lesson about this. Dr. Dolittle learns animal language. That's our lesson for today. Please open page number 26 of your textbook. Please point to the words as I read, and if you don't have a textbook, please listen to me carefully. Okay, let's start. Dr. Dolittle learns animal language. Now listen, Doctor, said Polynesia, and I'll tell you something. Did you know that animals can talk? I knew that parrots can talk, said the doctor. Oh, we parrots can talk in two languages, people's language and bird language, said Polynesia proudly. If I say, Polly wants a biscuit, you understand me. But hear this, Kaka, Oi, Fifi. Good gracious, cried the doctor. What does that mean? That means, is the porridge hot yet? In bird language. Children, who are we talking about in the lesson? Here in the lesson, we have Dr. Dolittle, who is a vet. He is a doctor for animals. And who is Dr. Dolittle speaking with? Dr. Dolittle is speaking with a parrot. What is the name of the parrot? The parrot's name is Polynesia. What does Polynesia tell Dr. Dolittle? Polynesia tells Dr. Dolittle proudly that we parrots can speak in two languages. One is the human language, where we can talk with you, doctor. and the other language is the one that we parrots speak in. So that language is not known to Dr. Dolittle. Parrot Polynesia tells Dr. Dolittle, when I say Polly wants biscuits, you understand what I say? But when I say Kaka, Oi, Fifi, Dr. Dolittle, now do you understand me? Dr. Dolittle was very surprised. He said, good gracious, what does that mean? So Parrot Polynesia says, yes, this is our parrot language. It's the bird language that only birds understand. Kaka, Oi, Fifi means, is the porridge hot yet? Dr. Dolittle was very amused to learn about the bird language from Parrot Polynesia. Parrot Polynesia एक तोता है. Parrot Polynesia बात करते हैं डॉक्टर डूलिटिल से, जो एक वेट हैं, जानवरों के डॉक्टर. Parrot Polynesia डॉक्टर डूलिटिल से कहते हैं कि पैरट्स दो भाषाओं में, दो लैंग्वेजेस में बात कर सकते हैं. एक है ह्यूमन लैंग्वेज, इंसानों की भाषा, और दूसरी है बर्ड लैंग्वेज, मतलब पक्षियों की भाषा. My, you don't say so, said the doctor. You never talked that way to me before. What would have been good? Said Polynesia, dusting some biscuit crumbs off her left wing. You wouldn't have understood me if I had. Tell me some more, said the doctor, all excited, and he rushed over to the dresser drawer and came back with a notebook and pencil. Now, don't go too fast, and I'll write it down. This is interesting, very interesting, something quite new. Give me the birds A, B, C first, slowly now. Dr. Dolittle tells Parrot Polynesia, my, you have never spoken like this with me before. Tell me more. Parrot Polynesia says, even if I would have spoken with you in bird language, you would not understand. So, Dr. Dolittle rushes to his drawer, and Dr. Dolittle comes back with a notebook and pencil and tells Parrot Polynesia, now, slowly, let's begin with the ABC of bird language. I want to learn this bird language. डॉक्टर डूलिटिल पैरट पॉलिनेशिया से पूछते हैं कि तुमने पहले कभी भी मुझसे बर्ड लैंग्वेज में बात नहीं की. वो बर्ड लैंग्वेज सीखना चाहते हैं और इसीलिए एक नोटबुक और पेंसिल ले आते हैं और पैरट पॉलिनेशिया से सीखने के लिए तैयार हो जाते हैं. So, that was the way the doctor came to know that animals had a language of their own and could talk to one another. And all that afternoon, while it was raining, Polynesia sat on the kitchen table giving him bird words to put down in the notebook. At tea time, when the dog Jip came in, the parrot said to the doctor, "See, he is talking to you." "Looks to me as though he were scratching his ear," said the doctor. So this is how Dr. Dolittle learnt about animal language. That day it was raining outside and Parrot Polynesia sat at the kitchen table and kept giving bird language words to Dr. Dolittle. Dr. Dolittle was noting all of them down. After a while, Jip came in. Jip is Dr. Dolittle's dog. And Parrot Polynesia said, "See, Dr. Dolittle, Jip is talking with you." Dr. Dolittle looked at Jip and said, "Looks like he is just scratching his ear." Parrot Polynesia ने बर्ड लैंग्वेज के कई सारे शब्द डॉक्टर डूलिटल को बताए। डॉक्टर डूलिटल का डॉग जिप जब कमरे में आया, तब पैरेट पॉलिनेशिया ने उन्हें बताया कि वो आपसे बात करने की कोशिश कर रहा है, पर डॉक्टर डूलिटल तो बेखबर थे। उन्होंने जिप डॉग की तरफ देखकर कहा कि ये तो केवल अपना कान खुजा रहा है। He is just scratching his ear. But animals don't always speak with their mouths, said the parrot in a high voice, raising her eyebrows. They talk with their ears, with their feet, with their tails, with everything. Sometimes they don't want to make a noise. Do you see now the way he's twitching up one side of his nose? Dr. Dolittle asks Parrot Polynesia, "What is Jip trying to tell me?" "All I can see is that he is scratching his ear." Parrot Polynesia explains to Dr. Dolittle, "Animals don't always talk with their mouth. Animals also talk using their ears, using their tail, using their feet." Dr. Dolittle asks Parrot Polynesia, "What is Jip trying to tell me?" "All I can see is he is trying to scratch his ear." Parrot Polynesia tells Dr. Dolittle, "Animals don't always talk with their mouth. They also use their ears, their tail to interact with each other and also with humans." Animals don't want to use their mouth always. Sometimes they don't want to make a noise. पैरेट पॉलिनेशिया डॉक्टर डूलिटल को समझाती है कि जानवर केवल बोलकर ही अपने आप की भावनाएं व्यक्त नहीं करते, कई बार उन्हें शोर या आवाज नहीं करना, इसीलिए वो अपने कान, अपनी पूंछ का इस्तेमाल करके अपनी भावना को व्यक्त करते हैं। Animals express themselves also using their other body parts like their ears, their feet and their tail. "What does that mean?" asked the doctor. "That means, can't you see that it has stopped raining?" Polynesia answered, "He is asking you a question." Dogs nearly always use their noses for asking questions. After a while, with the parrot's help, the doctor got to learn the language of the animals so well that he could talk to them himself and understand everything they said. Then he gave up being a people's doctor altogether. Jip, Dr. Doolittle's dog, was twitching up one side of his nose. Dr. Doolittle asked Parrot Polynesia, "What is he doing?" And Parrot Polynesia replied saying, "Dogs usually use their nose to ask questions. Jip is asking you, don't you see it has stopped raining outside?" Like this, Parrot Polynesia helped Dr. Doolittle learn the language of other animals around him. Dr. Doolittle learned so much about animals and their language that he left being a people's doctor. डॉक्टर डूलिटल का कुत्ता, उनका डॉग जिप, उन्हें सवाल पूछ रहा था। ये बात उन्हें पैरेट पॉलिनेशिया से पता चली। धीरे धीरे डॉक्टर डूलिटल ने अपने आसपास के सारे जानवरों की भाषा सीख ली और उन्होंने इंसानों का डॉक्टर का काम छोड़ करके जानवरों के ही वो डॉक्टर बन गए। Children, did you like this story? Wasn't it so interesting to learn that animals can also talk? And they just don't use their mouth to talk. They also use their other body parts. What sound does a cow make? A cow moos. A dog barks. A cat purrs. And apart from making all these sounds to express what they feel, animals also use their other body parts. Many of you must have seen that dogs wag their tail, and they usually wag their tail when they feel very happy. So like this, all animals have different signs of expressing what they feel. Dr. Doolittle found the animal language so interesting that he left being a people's doctor, a human being's doctor, and took up being an animal doctor. He became a doctor for animals. Did you like this story? If you liked it, you can read more of Dr. Doolittle's stories. They are written by Hugh Lofting and they can be found in the series Stories of Dr. Doolittle. अगर आपको ये कहानी पसंद आई, आप ऐसी ही और कहानियां पढ़ सकते हैं स्टोरीज ऑफ डॉक्टर डूलिटल की सीरीज में, जो लिखी गई है ह्यूग लॉफ्टिंग द्वारा. Children, I hope you all liked listening to Dr. Doolittle's story. Whenever you have a pet, or even if you have a pet now, or you see animals around you, won't it be interesting to try and understand what animals are trying to tell us? I'm sure you'll find it interesting. Children, till we meet next time, please take care, bye-bye and stay safe.